welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have an update for the Panner's Pan. This is a project pan that was created by Elizabeth. She is at Kooky Pans over on Instagram. She's been gone for a while. I don't know if she's coming back, but she created this project as a way to put a spotlight on your fellow project panners who you think people should be following. So I am doing this a little bit differently just because I'm taking part in so many projects and I didn't want to completely overwhelm myself, so I'm only working on 5 panners at a time. Technically 6, but 5 panners doing makeup items, and then I'm picking one panner and like panning one of their other hobbies. So I am filming this today because I am rolling a panner out. So we're just going to get right into the update. The panner who has been in here the longest and who is also rolling out today is Lainey from Makeup with Lainey. And she has also been, she still films videos once in a while, but she's been taking a little break. I mean, I feel like everybody's been taking a little break because especially this time of the year, it's just a lot. But she still is posting, and she not only loves eyeshadows, but she loves indie eyeshadows, as do I. And she loves Divina, as do I. So she, I think it was last year, in her Pan Those Eyeshadows, she hit pan on one of Divina's multi-chromes in the shade Exosphere. So I decided I was going to hit pan in Divina's Exosphere. That is what I have all over my lids today. And this is also the look that hit pan. I don't know if you'll be able, right there in the middle, there is that nice shiny pan right there. It took me 23 uses on this to hit pan. This is it's on my eyes. I'm not going to give you a swatch. It's all over my eyeballs. This is a beautiful shadow. The Divina Multichrome formula is so smooth and beautiful, and I love it. And I'm super excited I think this is the first multichrome I've ever hit pan on. And I'm really happy that Lainey's been in here for a long time. Like, I'm a slow ass panner because I pan so much stuff. So she's been in here for a long time, but she is rolling out today. The next panner is Ashley. She's also known as Little Miss Lipstick here on YouTube and on Instagram. And for her, she was, I think, the first person that I heard about Sydney Grace from. And in specific, this Sydney Grace Loose Pigment in Pistol. I remember watching a Get Ready With Me that she did with, like, I think all Sydney Grace products, and she used this, and it was absolutely stunning. So, of course, I had to go out and buy it. So, here, this is ginormous. It doesn't even say, but there's got to be, like, at least 3 grams of product in here. There is this, I don't know how one person could ever use this up. But I just wanted to use this 20 times. And so far, I am at 7 uses. So, there is a swatch. It's just so gorgeous. It's got like that orangey pink, but then it's got that kind of darker, see, it's really dark orangey red, but it flips pink, and it's just stunning. This is quite flaky, but you can also like kind of shear it out like how I just did on my hand, and it's a gorgeous topper. I love this shadow. It's just, I tend to not really reach for my loose shadows as much as stuff in palettes because it's easier. So that's why this only has 7 out of 20 uses. This is going to be in for a while, but you know, that's okay. Giving everybody their chance to shine in this project. The next panner that I had rolled in was Delin. She is Outward Processing here on YouTube, and I believe her Instagram handle is, it's either pan no matter what, or like pan no matter what, something along those lines. But she, along with Steph Lyons, created the Partners in Cream project pan. That is not one that I do. I don't know. Feel I do so many projects, and I roll in cream stuff to so many different projects that having one project just dedicated to creams seems like too much for me personally. I know lots of people love that project. It was a great idea. I love the name. It's just not one that I do. So I figured I should bring in a cream product to pay homage to that one. So I have this Makeup Revolution Ultra Strobe Balm in the shade Euphoria. And my goal is to hit pan on this. I've used this 16 times and it barely looks like I touched it. Like, well, maybe not barely looks like I touched it, but it's gonna be here for a while because you don't need a lot of this, honestly. But it's like one of those purple pinky shifting, and actually depending on like how full coverage your foundation is, because I tend to put this on underneath. If I'm and I really don't wear full coverage foundation as a general rule anyway. Like I can put this on top of my primer before I do my foundation and it will still shine through. Like it's bright, but it's also pretty pigmented and I don't need a ton. So this is going to be in for a while because if I didn't say, my goal is to hit pan on this. And then the last panner that I was working on makeup wise is Courtney, and she is 06 Barbie Law over on Instagram. And Courtney loves MAC and she loves red lips. So I have this MAC lipstick in Work, Work, Work. This is what it looks like. I have it on today, or I have it on right now. I had something on earlier and then I put this on top because the other thing kind of went away. But I also have a 20 use goal on this and I've used it 5 times. So I'm also working on a ton of lip products. The story of my life. So that is it for the makeup panners. And before I show you the product and panner that I am rolling in, I will show you what I've been working on for my hobby panner. So for my hobby panner, I have Jaylon from J Loves Makeup. And not only does she like have an amazing collection and she's always doing beautiful eye looks, but she is a very accomplished knitter. Like you should see the drawers of handmade sweaters and socks and hats and scarves that she has. It is incredible. And she also has her very own sock pattern up on Ravelry, and I decided that I was going to knit her sock pattern. I mean, it's covered to avoid the glare, but I mean, you know, I have my yarn cabinet behind me. I started Project Yarnathon. I like knitting and crocheting and yarn crafts, but especially with knitting, it's something that I kind of got away from over the years, and she has really inspired me to start knitting again, and now it's like all I want to do is knit. It's crazy. So, this is the yarn that I brought in to make the socks with. This is from the Lemonade Shop, which is like an indie hand dyer. And I can't remember I think this is called like Bad Day or Bad Trouble or something like that. But her colorways, I think, are pretty like, she doesn't always have stock, and like she just rotates through her colorways a lot, I think. So I have no idea if she will ever, have this one again, but it reminded me of Jaylon's Child of the 80s project. I don't know, just like the bright neon colors. It just reminded me of the 80s. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. So I think it's been 2 months since I last updated. Maybe? I don't know. It's been 2 or 3 months since I last updated. And in that time, I finished one sock. So here's one sock. And I am not very far on my second one. I've just been super busy with work and I haven't had a ton of time to do knitting. So this is the beginning of the second sock. I have not like blocked it or anything yet because I'm waiting to finish both socks. But I have tried it on. It does fit my foot. There's definitely some areas where I can work on improving things as I go, especially in regards to tension. But I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. This yarn is just beautiful. Let's see if I can, I'll put it on my hand so you can maybe see the pattern a little bit more. It's like faux cabling. It's not really cabling. It's actually, you don't need to use a cable needle to get them to crisscross like that, but it goes like this, and then on the back of the calf there's this, and it's just really pretty, and I can't wait until I finish the second one and like get them kind of washed or blocked and then be able to start wearing them around the house, because these are socks. I would not wear these outside because they took a lot of time. Like, just this one took a lot of time to knit, and I don't want it to get like super dirty or have a lot of wear and tear on it. So anyway, but yeah, I'm really excited about these socks, and like I said, I'm just excited about knitting and crocheting in general again. And if you are interested in that kind of stuff, you should watch for a video coming up later towards the middle of the month where you're going to be seeing a lot more kind of stuff like this. So that is the last item that I was working on for my last batch of panners. So now Lainey is rolling out because I hit pan on her shadow, so I am rolling in a new panner, and I just have a bunch of people and wheel of names, and I just hit it, and whoever comes up, and the person who came up this time was Misty. Now, everybody, you all know who Misty is. She created Color Pan, she created That's Expensive, Get Baked. I know her newest one is At the Hop, but did she do another one? I don't know. She comes up with a lot of projects. So I've done, I know there's got to be another one that she's created that I've done. I can't think of it. So I am really trying to like scale back on projects because I overextended myself this year. So her newest project is At the Hop, which is continuing the like decade themed projects. This is all 50s and 60s inspired, and even though I thought it looked really cool and it like such a good idea and the prompts were really good, I just didn't have the bandwidth to start it. So since I'm not taking part in the actual project, I figured for Misty I was going to bring in one of the prompts from that project and work on a product for that prompt. And I had something specific in mind that I wanted to use for her, and luckily I was able to find a prompt that fitted. So for Misty's At the Hop project pan, one of the prompts is called La Bamba, and that is an item from a Latinx brand. And Glamlite is a Latinx brand, and I know Misty loves Glamlite. And I have this cake palette that I got either late last year or early this year, and I have never used it. Not even once. So I decided that while I'm going to do my standard no pan left behind, here's what it looks like. I also wanted to hit pan on one shadow because especially I wanted to hit pan on one of the shimmer metallic shadows because those are fairly easy to hit pan on. And I swatched them all out earlier. Whoops. And I decided the one I'm going to hit pan on is probably going to surprise everybody because it's not one of the colorful ones. It is the shade Cinnamon, which is much more like kind of rose gold neutral. I don't know. I'm definitely not getting away from color, as you can see, but I have been enjoying and appreciating neutrals much more lately. So that's what Cinnamon looks like. It's just beautiful. So that's my goal for this palette, is no pan left behind plus hit pan on the shade Cinnamon. So that is it for my update today. I'm assuming that the next panner that's going to roll out will be Jaylon, assuming I have time to finish that sock. And I have one more panner that I'm bringing in with a hobby thing, and then I'm like kind of stumped for that part, so I might not bring anyone in after that next person, or I might, I might just drop it back down to 5 makeup only, and then in the future, if someone that I follow that is on my list to bring into this project at some point, if I find out they have some like hobby that I might want to pan, then I might bring them back in for that. But it's all kind of up in the air right now, and this is a very super chill, low stakes project anyway. So that is it for my update. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are staying safe and sane and healthy. Oh, and everybody is going to be linked down below. I didn't say that. I want to make sure I say that. Everybody past and present in this project will be linked down below. So with that being said, now you can go ahead and have a happy day or night or whatever time it is wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.